we go. All right, welcome. Welcome. We are so excited to have you here with us today and learn more about the Sassy Habits program. We really are excited about what's happening with it and what we're seeing already. So, I'm guessing that you are here because you're tired of being sick, you're tired of being tired, you are ready to do whatever it takes, and maybe you are even willing to do anything it takes to stop feeling the way that you have been feeling, including something crazy or extreme.
Right?
Thankfully, we are not doing anything crazy or extreme here.
Right. So let me start by telling you a story that happened 9 years ago. I found a woman whose name is Susan Pierce Thompson, and I learned about a process she calls bright line eating. Now, if you've heard about bright line eating before, this is going to be a little bit different. And so just stick with me here because um, I learned some really important things and I was pretty excited about it. And I shared it with my sisters and said, come and do this with me. This is really interesting.
And so I did, right? Because it was easy enough. I wasn't hungry on the program, and I found that it was very effective. I actually lost 30 pounds in 60 days. And then I found out,
Yeah, I wasn't doing it. I couldn't stick with it. And I was white knuckling it and I was making a lot of exceptions.
and I was really, really bored with the food, which, if you think about it, actually says a lot, right? Like food is my entertainment, apparently. So, yeah.
So we both opted into the next 9 years of complete chaos with our health and our weight. And things happened to us that we really were not interested in, but they happened. And over the past few years, I really wanted to start learning about why some of these things were happening to me. And I invested in some health coaching through a few different people, and I learned how to become consistent and to develop habits that I did not think would ever be possible.
Right. Right. And when Camille told me about it, I was like, yeah, no, I can't. There's no amount of money that I can throw at this that's going to solve this problem, because the problem is me. I have no discipline. It's all my fault. I can't control myself. And basically, I am destined to stay in this horrible place forever. Also, menopause was kicking in and super kicking my butt. But in the meantime, as Camille was doing this, she kept sending me photos of her progress and her food and her plans, not in like a annoying way at all, but I celebrated with her because she's my sister and she's my friend. And I started to get a little bit hopeful that maybe there would be something and maybe it would be possible for me too. So I decided to invest in her health coach too. And I started just a couple of weeks before Christmas. And so instead of gaining 10 pounds in the month of December, I actually lost 10 pounds that month. So during the next 6 months, I decreased my pain, and I doubled my steps or my movement activity. And I lost a total of 15 pounds during that day. And the thing that I found was really key with that coaching was the daily and weekly accountability, because that helped me to be consistent, which I seriously struggled with that consistency. And also, our coach was like super nice. So,
Right. And as I was learning these habits and gaining some consistency and those kind of things, I was still really struggling back and forth with the weight loss. I was losing and then I was gaining, and there were some other issues that were happening. And what I ultimately realized is that I found that I was continuing to self-soothe with the emotions. And I had a lot of nausea. I had started a weight loss drug that is popular, and I didn't feel well, but I also continued to just fight with that. Anyway, I decided that as I struggled with the food and the emotions, that this is just not sustainable and healthy. And so I decided I'm not doing this this way anymore. And I kind of just took control of the systems and things that I had learned over the past few years. And I said, there's got to be a better way to do this. I had learned some really good habits with the Bright Line Eating program, a program called Heroic, and a program called Creation Coach. And the first thing that I noticed was that I was extremely happy to be eating healthy, delicious food again. And I was losing weight. All the unwanted weight was coming off. And I had my energy coming back to me. And also my lifelong struggle with psoriasis and other skin issues that I've had were continuing to heal. And that was really, really empowering and exciting to me.
Right. And so while that was happening for Camille, my mom introduced me to Dr. Casey Means and her book, Good Energy. And I was like, wow, the basis of every poor health condition is your metabolism. So think about that for a second. Your metabolism is responsible for turning the food that you eat into energy that your cells can use to do their jobs. And your cells don't all have the same job, right? Like you have cells of different parts of your body and they're supposed to do the jobs that they're assigned to do. Now, if there's a problem with your metabolism, it's going to show up in many different ways, depending on which cells are being affected the most or the ones that are failing first. So, and that can be different for different people for various reasons. And so, all of the health conditions that you might be suffering with are a result of your metabolism not being able to properly convert food into energy for your cells to keep doing their jobs. Now, Dr. Means had a number of suggestions on how to nourish your cells and heal your metabolism, but it wasn't in a format that I felt was very easy to apply, and we wanted that to be we wanted it to be easy to apply.
Absolutely. And so as we were kind of like working through this, we also knew that we wanted to include some of the supplements to support our health. We knew that we needed the supplements to help our body properly heal. And what was really neat was that both Brenda and I had the opportunity to go and hear a lecture by Dr. Von Watts. And it was at that moment where we realized all of the pieces, we just could see it all lining up, all of the pieces falling into place. And we knew
And it was
this is the
so
thing we were waiting for.
right. So when we started comparing notes with everything that we had learned, we realized that we wanted to put Sassy Habits together in a way that it was easy enough for anyone to do, even if they don't cook. It was specific enough that there's not a big learning curve to it, ordinary enough that you can get what you need from your local grocer. You don't have to order any specialty foods, effective enough that you'd begin to see results immediately, simple enough to be sustainable, healthy, and actually good for your body, and that would prepare your body to cleanse and then restore during this 90-day process, which actually we knew that that needed to happen, but Dr. Watts gave us the protocol. And I mean, we're just so excited about it. We also wanted it to not require you to exercise to have success, and we wanted it to be habit based so that you become very consistent. So when you're done with the 90-day program, you have all the habits in place and a community of support so you can just live sassy habits for the rest of your life with joy and ease, and you can accomplish your life's mission. Basically, you can stop having healing and weight loss as your time consuming hobby, right? You can get on with your life and your life's mission.
So we are here to invite you today to opt out of the chaos by joining us in our 90-day Sassy Habits Metabolic Reset program.
Yeah, so we're going to introduce to you the Sassy 7. These are the Sassy 7 habits. And the first one is I am nourished. And this is the way that we do this. We teach you to remove processed foods from your diet. So no sugar, no flour, no snacking. You're going to weigh and measure your foods. We're going to teach you how to do all of it. It is super simple. We also have what we lovingly call FAPOP that we learned from Dr. Casey Means, which includes fiber, antioxidants, protein, omega 3s, and probiotics. You're going to be taking out the stuff that hurts your microbiome, which is your gut, all that good stuff in your gut that makes your cells and your metabolism work. We're just eliminating that. And then you're going to be eating the foods that are going to nourish you. So that's why I am nourished is our first habit. And what you eat matters, and it can cause so much inflammation in your brain and your body. And no one is telling the truth about this in the food world or even in the medical world. Like, no one is talking about this. I guess Dr. Means is talking about it.
Very few people are talking about it. The second sassy habit is I am active. And what we want to include here is what we call NEAT, or non-exercise activity thermogenesis. And really the goal is for you to just move a little bit more every day, all day long, just a little bit here and there. And so we're not asking you to start a formal exercise program. You do not need to exercise formally. And we also want to introduce to you the idea of secondary food, which really is just play. Our kids do this all day long. They could just play and play and play and not, and forget to come to their meals. And so we're just going to be, again, moving in a way that is like stretching or maybe standing up and getting a few steps, just thinking about doing those fun things that you want to do a little bit more, but not at such a high level that you're going to say, that sounds like a chore. I'm not doing that.
Right, right. We want you to move more, but we don't want you to feel that choreness, because that is like, people, you just won't do it. And we understand that. Number three, our sassy habits of our sassy 7 is I am rested. So when we talk more about this, we'll talk a little bit about light exposure and the kind of light that you're exposed to and what kind of light you need to be exposed to. Also sleep, of course, getting your 7 to 8 hours per night, and then rested also in your soul. So you're feeling calm and relaxed.
All right. The fourth sassy habit is I am still. This includes meditation, prayer, and diaphragmatic breathing.
I am
We know that
present.
as we are
Oh,
breathing deeper,
sorry.
that's
Sorry.
okay. We just need to be breathing a little bit deeper and practicing that. And so we're going to be talking more about how that will fit into your program.
Right. And then our fifth sassy habit is I am present. And this has to do with your human connections, because how many times are you at work wishing you were at home or on vacation? And how many times are you on vacation having to do work? How many times are you with the kids and you wish you were somewhere else, or you wish you were somewhere else and you wish you were with the kids, right? This is not present, and this is not healthy for us. But if you can be in the moment and really enjoying your family and your friends and your relationships and those different things, that's what that is about. And also, this moves into service. There are so many people who you can help because of who you are. And that, again, touching back to your life's mission and your life's purpose.
The sixth sassy habit is I am prepared. And this part is really exciting because as you learn and figure out this habit, that you're going to have a solid evening routine, a solid morning routine. You're going to have your meals ready to go. You're going to have your journal that's going to have places for you to track your goals, but also to share your gratitude and affirmations and things like that.
Yes, perfect. And the seventh sassy habit is I am joyful. And this is you becoming your own sassy identity. So you get to create your own challenge or your purpose. You know the things that are calling to you that you really want to do, and maybe your health has been in the way of doing those things. And so this is where you bring in the personalized version of you. So we're just so excited to share with you all of these pieces, and of course, we're going to go into a lot more depth on everything. We want to go into just a little bit for those of you who are already registered. We want you to. We're going to talk a little bit about how to begin your first day. If you have not registered yet, we want to encourage you to get that part done. If you just registered today, you haven't received the next pieces that will give you the get ready tools, and you are going to need those pieces because you'll be able to see exactly what needs to happen. You'll be able to get the food plan so you can go grocery shopping if you need to. You might already have a lot of the food in your house. Most people shop every week anyway, so now you know what to put on your list with that. So we encourage you, if you haven't completed your registration, to reach out to the person that invited you and to get that piece done. And then we'll send you the next things, and also we will get you connected to either Camille or I. We are the only coaches this round, and so we'll make sure that you get a personalized call and show you how to do all of the things. But right now we're going to talk about how to begin your first day, and Camille, go ahead with that.
Okay. I'm gonna post the picture of this. Here's a here, I'll just hold up this notebook right here. You just need a notebook to get started. You can have something fancier later, and there's some instruction on this in the getting ready tools. But for your first day, I just would like you to, sometime within this next week, decide what day will be your first day. So that's up to you, sometime between today and say next Thursday. Pick which day you would like to start. Maybe you've already started, and you just need a notebook, and you're going to write down. Thank you for sharing that picture. I have to go back to my instructions. Okay, so for your first day, you're going to start the night before by writing down what you're going to eat for all 3 of your meals. Now, in the example of the pictures she's pulled up for you, these are just examples. You get to pick your own food, what you want to eat, all right? But the only thing is, you should have all of the items that you have written down in your house, unless you're planning to eat out, which I don't recommend for as a first day. It should say exactly what you're going to eat for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And I've also included in here on the written list, you can do it this way with your supplements, but you don't have to. So I've written kind of the supplements for what I eat before breakfast, the supplements that I take with my breakfast. I put that I have a drink in between breakfast and lunch, and then what supplements I take for lunch. And then I have another thing that I drink between lunch and dinner, and then the supplements, and then the before bed supplements. So you're just going to write out this on a notebook paper like this, and then you're going to take a picture of it, and you're going to send this picture to your coach, either Brenda or I. And I want to really encourage you to just pick someone else that you want to be accountable to.
And they don't have to be in the
Um,
program already.
yeah, it's always more fun to have someone who will take the journey with you. And so if you have someone that you're willing to just send this picture to and just say, hey, I'm doing this thing and I just want to show you my commitment. This will help us to gain some self-integrity as you're getting a little, rolling that muscle and getting a little bit stronger, to be able to just take that picture, send it to your coach, and then your coach is going to acknowledge that. Your coach is going to acknowledge back to you your journal commitment, your page here. And then the next day when you begin, you're just going to follow. You already have the whole plan written out. You know exactly what you're going to do the next day because it's all written down. You know what supplements you're going to be taking, you know what food you're going to be eating, and then you just follow the plan that you've written. That's it. And then that night after or sometime during the day, you go to a new page in your notebook and you write the date and you start all over again, by writing out your breakfast, your lunch, your dinner, and then what supplements you're going to have with each of those. As you get into this habit, it's going to make more and more sense.
Right.
If you can do it at the same time of day, you will start to notice this becomes easier and easier. When you first start, there's going to be a million things that are going to be calling to you to do something different. And I, I got tired of having to get out of bed to write my plan. And so now after dinner, I just have my notebook right near the dinner table. I just sit at the table and relax, and I just write out my plan for the next day right after dinner. That's when it works well for me. So,
I
but
love
you're
that.
free to write it when it makes sense for you during the day.
Right. I love it. I think this is just so powerful, and I can't tell you how awesome it was when Camille first told me. She said, pack your lunch. Like either pack it when you're having breakfast because you're already fixing breakfast, you're already with your food, but if you pack your lunch and you already know what's for dinner, like you're done with the whole day. Like you're just gonna eat it when it's time to eat it, but you already know. And I cannot tell you that is such a game changer. And we've had Tim's sister has been in the hospital. And so we've been up and down the road and at the hospital and whatever. But because my lunch has been packed and dinner has either been planned or, whatever, it's just been so easy for me I can easily pull together what I need and take it with me. And then last night I had, I got the hamburger patties, just like the veggie wrapped patty at the hospital, but I had my vegetables already with me. And so I was ready. I was ready for that. And I had a delicious meal at the hospital, waiting for his sister to get out of surgery. And it was just like, anyway, I can't overstate how delightful it is to be prepared in that way. Like you're just ready. And you don't have to make a decision. You don't have to like make an excuse. You don't have to, none of those emotions of like that you're used to feeling, that you might be used to feeling. I was used to feeling of like, when am I gonna matter enough to me for me to take care of me? When am I gonna matter enough to me for me to take care of me? And so I hope that this will be as delightful and wonderful for you as it has been for us. So that's really the how it goes, how the beginning of it. What we wanted to share with you today. We do want to open time up for Q&A. Camille, did you have anything else that you wanted to add before we open up for questions?
No, I know a lot of you are new, and if you just registered, a lot of the information will be answered when you get the next step, which is the get the quick start guide. And so
The get ready tools list, which includes the quick start guide.
yeah, so
Yep.
if that's coming for you, know that a lot of your questions will be answered, but feel free to ask questions at this point and we will answer them best we can. And we may defer to the quick start guide, or if you have not had an onboarding call yet, you
Mhm.
also
You're
um
all getting an individual call and a weekly call with your coach, and also that daily accountability with your coach. One other thing I wanted to mention about the supplements, if you have a pill minder or a supplement tray, or if you purchase the one that we recommend there, you do not need to write down your supplements because you'll have the supplement page and you can fill them, once a week.
they
Camille's
look
showing
like
you
this.
hers. They're
You can
super easy. And then pull out one day so they can see.
so it's really nice because you can just take one day's worth of supplements out and take it with you on the
You
go.
just pack it in your lunch, and then I usually eat lunch at home and don't go anywhere except for right now because my sister-in-law. But I'm usually at home. I pack my lunch anyway, put my vitamins in, then I'm ready in case I have to go anywhere. But also after lunch, I just leave it with my journal on the table, so I'm ready to have my supplements at dinner time, and then after dinner I slip it in my pocket, clean up the kitchen, do all the whatever things, and then go upstairs and I'll take the ones I take at bedtime. I just take in my bathroom before I go to bed. But it's right there. Like it's always handy. You're not having to grab the bottles and open them all and like, all the things. So, but whatever works for you that way, because we're going to give you the ideas and the habits that have worked for us, and you're going to make this your own as you go through it.
And I
So,
will say that's the last thing that I wanted to say is just that if you're worried about being consistent, we've got you. This is something that I didn't think it would be possible for me to develop some of the habits that I have. And we've got a lot of really great tools that you will be successful.
yes. So trust that, trust the process, and thank you for trusting us to help you because we know exactly what that feels like. So, all right, we are opening up now. If you have any questions about getting started um, or anything that we've shared, if you have any questions, we're open to that now.
Yes, I have questions.
Go ahead,
Why are
Linda.
why are we using the vegan LLV?
Oh, thank you for
I
asking
already
that.
take the
Yes, Dr. Watts recommends the vegan LLV, and the reason for that is currently the vegan version is the methylated version, and that helps to make it more bioavailable. Many people in the United States, I don't know if it's like the world or if it's just the United States, but they struggle to be able to have their vitamins be bioavailable. And so he just recommends that everyone take that methylated version. You can decide after the 90 days if you want to stay on that one or if you want to go to the other one. My understanding is they are working to make both versions methylated. The people who were who are vegans who practice a vegan lifestyle, the methylation is more important for them, and Dr. Watts felt like that was really important. I should mention also though that Dr. Watts did not think that a vegan lifestyle was a good choice, and in fact he in his functional medicine practice where he was very successful helping people with uh, autoimmune disease, in particular Hashimoto's, he would not treat them if they were a vegan. And the reason for that is because he just said you cannot get enough nutrition. So if that's kind of something that you've been thinking about, consider that it might not be the best choice for your health. So
So should I continue with my full dose of vitamins? I've taken them all the
Yes,
time.
this is an excellent question as well. If you are already on the Lifelong Vitality and would like to continue to take that, you may continue to take that. We did for brand new people, we wanted to make it a little bit more cost effective. And so we just did
Okay.
the bare minimum of what was needed. But if you have been taking them for a while and that's kind of already your habit, don't stop. You don't need to stop. I didn't stop. I'm still taking the full Lifelong Vitality
So
pack.
am I.
Okay.
Yeah,
Great
I still take
questions,
the whole
Linda.
thing.
Thank you.
And then I'm sorry, I have another question about your
Go ahead.
water.
Yes,
Can we just add the celery seed in with your citrus water when we get around to that?
you
When
can if you like. It's a very strong flavor, so it's personal choice.
Yeah.
okay. And then I have two more questions. The
Go ahead.
endocrine complex, are they the soft gels?
No, the complex
It-
is the herbs, and the soft gels are different. And I believe we're going to be using both throughout the not the whole
The
time, but you're going to be
herbs,
using both. Yeah.
I'm not sure what that is. It's not the oil either then, is it?
No, it's called Zendocrine Complex. If you look it up in your cart, you just type in Zendocrine Complex and you'll see
I
it.
can't see my cart. I never can see my cart because my
You'll,
account is
if you're calling
compromised.
in to place your order, you can ask for the Zendocrine Complex.
I'd like to see what it is and read about it
I have
first.
a,
And then
Okay.
the aroma touch, how many drops on your shoulders?
Again, that is personal preference. But one to three. One to
the
three is
different
usually
One to
plenty.
three.
bottle.
Yep.
Thank you.
Yep.
This is the bottle of the Zendocrine.
Oh, okay. So it looks similar to the soft gels. I have that.
Yes, it does look similar.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. And then how do you change grams into ounces? There's some mathematical formula. I don't know what it is.
Just
I
ask
don't.
Siri.
I just use ounces on my scale. I don't
No.
ever do that calculation.
So I know why she's asking, because
But you buy
Okay.
stuff
some of
in
the-
grams and I don't know how to fix it.
so
So just set
yeah, it's okay.
whatever I have on grams on the scale and do that and it'll come out in ounces.
Are you using a scale to measure your food?
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
So
So
on your
if it's in
scale,
grams, you just take it out and measure it and it'll turn it into ounces.
yes, exactly. Yes.
If you have your scale
Okay.
set to ounces, then you're just going to weigh it. Yep,
Okay.
Yeah,
that's it.
All right.
there you
Thank you
go.
very much. I appreciate it.
You
Yeah.
bet. Thanks, Linda. Great questions. All right, Deb, did you have a question?
I do. You mentioned nausea, and I've been taking the Terrazyme first thing in the morning on an empty stomach, and I feel morning sick most of the morning. I'm on an 8-hour eating window, so I don't eat till 10:30. So is that going to get better?
It should improve.
You'll have to let us know.
Yeah.
Okay.
We
'Cause
hope
when you
so.
mentioned nausea, I thought maybe she knows the nausea I'm talking about. Okay. Alrighty.
Probably for a different reason, but I think that ultimately everybody has their own unique special body. And so we'll be very curious to hear your feedback on how
Okay.
this has changed for you.
Yep. And Deb, I know you've had some fantastic results. Would you be willing to share some of those?
Sure. I started 2 weeks ago because I was in a really like low place. Like picture a big dark pit with no ladder. And Mary was pulling me out wonderfully and teaching me how to pull myself out. And she told me about Brenda's program. So I kind of got an early start on it. But when I started, I was 225 pounds and my blood sugar was 369. So if you know anything about blood sugar, that's full-blown raging diabetes. I am not going to be diabetic. I've lived with Brett for 30 years and watched him, and I know that's not happening. So I jumped right on, and that same day, and I check every Monday, and Monday I was 216 pounds, and my blood sugar was 136. So I am really excited about, I'm never hungry. In fact, I can't eat all the food. I have to keep trying hard to try to eat everything I'm supposed to eat every meal because I'm full. But I'm really excited that my body is so willing to make change, because I was at that point of give up and sit on a chair the rest of my life and just stop living and just exist, or make it this change, and this change has just been beautiful. So
Awesome. Oh,
and I
thank you
highly
so much.
recommend, if you need some of the emotional side of things, call Mary and schedule an appointment with her, because that was a huge part of releasing a lot of these pent up emotions. The timing was perfect. So I will keep you posted every Monday. That's my check day, and I'm looking forward to it. Those Mondays, not dreading. It's like, okay, let's see what my body did this week. So
I love that.
thank
Thank
you
you so much.
so
Mary
much.
suggested sea salt on your tongue to help with nausea in the morning. So
Okay,
that might be something that could
interesting.
be,
Okay.
yep, helpful. All right.
What on your
Who
tongue?
else?
What on your tongue, hon?
Sorry, honey.
What was that on your tongue?
Sea salt for
Oh, sea
nausea.
salt. Nice.
Yeah. Mary just suggested that. All right. Any other questions that anyone has?
I have a question.
Go ahead, Mary.
I would prefer to not write out stuff. Is it okay to do it on a note on my phone and then share the note with my
Yes.
coach? Okay.
Yep.
Like I could
Absolutely.
even text and say, okay, it's updated for today, so that it's
Yeah.
something.
Yeah.
Okay.
Send send the note or send the update or whatever so that your coach can see it and then can, ask questions or
Okay.
be aware, celebrate, whatever. So, okay.
And that's a lot of writing, I realize. You do not have to write out all of the supplements every day. If it helps you as you're getting started, then yes, write it out or type it out, and then it's all, then you only have to write in the meals instead of all the supplements, but it's really meant to just be a guide and a master plan for you for the day.
Right.
So,
And if it happens that someone eats something out of the fridge that you were planning for a meal and you end up substituting something,
because
just
that
cross it
never
off.
happens to us.
That never
Oh, that
happens.
never happens at our house.
Go ahead and cross it off your plan and write in what you actually did. And then I like writing at the bottom of the day. I like writing sassy because it was a sassy day. But that's up to you if you want to be that sassy. All
So
right. Go ahead,
what
Wendy.
what's the cost besides the supplements?
There's no cost currently besides the supplements. So because we're in beta, that's the other thing is we do need your feedback. We need to hear how things are going, and it's really important. And as long as you are willing to go through it with us for the full 90 days, the value is $997. We will be selling it for $497. But for the coaching, because we will have to pay coaches because we're not gonna be able to coach everybody. But you guys are in beta. You're helping us prove the concept. We already know the program works. We just want more stories of that. And so you have the awesome opportunity to be here doing it. We think it's awesome if we do say so ourselves.
I
But
have a
there's
question.
no cost. Yeah, go ahead. Hi, David.
Hi. One of my good friends told me to get on the line with you guys, and I don't even know the name of the company, but
Yes.
it's impressive what has happened to him. So I'm impressed. What is the name of the company?
So doTERRA is who we purchase our supplements from, and our program is called Sassy Habits. And yeah, but it's doTERRA that you're going to be buying most of the supplements from. We have one product that we don't offer at doTERRA. Well, we don't offer it in the United States. doTERRA sells it in Japan, but it's not available in the United States. And that is listed when you get have you registered already, David?
No.
Okay, so when you go through the registration process, there's an FAQ page and it goes through the price list. And then once you've completed that, you'll get the Get Ready Tools list, and that sends you directly in to the link where you'll buy that other supplement. And then your friend will send you the link for all the supplements for the first month.
Okay. How do you spell that? doTERRA.
doTERRA. Have you heard of them before? They're the essential oil company. A lot of people have heard of
No.
them, but some people
No.
know. Okay.
Okay,
Yeah, I
that's
think,
what I needed to know.
yeah, no, that's great. Don't go jump on doTERRA by itself. Get the link from your friend, okay?
Of course.
Okay. Yeah, because then you'll have help.
Right.
So our
All right.
day one won't be until we get all the supplements we need.
So yes and no, because as soon as you
Okay.
go grocery shopping and you have the quick start guide open, you know exactly what to do. And we do have a few sample menus there that you can try, and we'll be adding, people are already giving us ideas of different things. And so we'll help you with that. But once you understand the principles of it's 30 grams of protein, it's 6 ounces of fruit and 1 ounce of dry grain for breakfast. When you understand the principles, like you can mix and match and you get food freedom. But we give you a few recipes to begin with, or meals or menu ideas that will give you, I mean, it's surprising how quickly you'll just be like, oh, this isn't that hard. So
yeah, it's very simple. And if you've been with doTERRA for a while, the truth is you may look at the products list that are of the things that are needed, and you may find that you have a lot of the pieces, if not all the pieces, around your house. And so you'll gather them all up and you'll say, wow, I've got a pretty good start. Go ahead and start with what you have and order the pieces that you still need, and then just get going, because we're so excited for you.
you're going to start feeling better right away.
In just a few days from now, you're gonna say, oh my goodness, I feel so much better. Yeah,
Yep.
it's very exciting.
Very
So
good.
I wanted to say how impressed I was when I read the article by Casey Means. I bought her book, and she thinks our whole country is just way in trouble from the processed food industry and from all of the garbage we're eating. Our bodies can't use it. And
Yeah.
therefore we're struggling to keep going. And, you know, these bodies are meant to be long life bodies, but if we don't have our health, we don't have anything. We
No,
can't see,
I'll,
we can't do anything.
right. Oh, thank you so much for that. And that is just so true. We also have in the quick start guide, if you go to the very last page, and it is continuing to be updated, so keep going there. We are putting in the resources of where we got our information. If you want to go dig deeper and get the education, we want to make as much of that available to you. But if it doesn't matter to you, like if you're just like, look, I just need help and I don't really care why it works, I just want to know that it works, then you can just trust it and just move along with it. You're not required to do anything deeper. I find it fascinating personally, and also because of the the chaotic side road we've been on for the last 9 years. We're very excited about it. So yeah, that research is available to you as well.
And also know, again, we're in beta. So when you go looking through the sheets and things, don't be surprised. They're pretty simple. They're just like typed up on a Word document. Like they're not all fancy
Nothing
yet.
is fancy.
So-
It's not being presented. We don't have a PowerPoint. Like, I mean, that's just where we are. But we were so excited. We were like, we can't wait for it to be beautiful. We just
But
have
the
to send, we have
information is
to get the
the
people.
information is there.
Yes, you have everything you need. All right. Any other questions? All right. If you haven't registered, get with the person who invited you so that you can get the registration done. If you have registered and you're waiting for the next piece, reach out to the person that invited you to register and tell them you need the next piece, and we'll get you set up with your onboarding call with your coach as well. And we are so excited to have you here. Thank you so much for trusting us and for being part of our beta program. And we'll talk to you. Oh, we will be doing office hours every week. Right now, it's at this same time every week. So we'll be here to answer questions for you live. And of course, you have access to us as your coach live, and you'll know who your coach is as soon as we reach out to you and schedule your onboarding call. All right. Thank you.
Okie dokie.
See you guys later. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thank
Bye.
you, Camille and Brenda, so much.
Mwah.
You're welcome.
Thank you too.
Bye-bye.